So, I'm very excited, very pleased and honoured to be standing here today to tell you about what's new on the Corsair product lines for 2011. So these are the products we're going to be showing you on the stand in the South Hall this week at CES, and also in they're the subject of the press releases which we're going live today. So, first of all, let me start with a bit of information which is very, very exciting for all of us in the PC enthusiast builder segment, and that's the announcement from Intel this week of the Sandy Bridge processor line and the motherboard chipsets that come with it. There's a number of new possibilities for building and for tuning PCs, and I'd like to start with a bit of information about some things we're doing to our memory SSD lines to optimize around new feature sets. So, first of all, our Vengeance memory high-performance DRAM line has been launched in the fourth quarter of 2010. They're all compatible with the new Core i5 and Core i7 Sandy Bridge architecture processors. So that means they're optimized around the 5-volt operation. What's unique about the line is that they're all designed with tremendous amount of headroom for their first low cost, which is very important. And in fact, the early results from the reviews I've read on Sandy Bridge processors is that there is certainly a lot of new possibilities with the new architecture capable processors. So the new Vengeance line puts us in a very solid position with these new processors. Also on our very important solid-state drive line, as Andy was saying, for a year now we've become a dominant player in the segment, and the new Performance 3 series SSDs are our first line of native SATA 6GB products. They're using the Marvell 9174 controller. They boast 480 megabit read and 220 write speeds, fully taking advantage of the trim support and the rapid. They have rapid background garbage collection as well. So optimized around the new SATA 6GB architectures. The product we're showing for the first time here at CES is a special edition of the very popular 600T graphite series, so we're doing a limited edition in satin white, which has black accents. So some people have called it the Imperial Stormtrooper edition. So it's very attractive product. The same basic feature set of the 600T comes as standard with a side window, which can also be replaced by a mesh panel as well for improved airflow. Again, it's shipping this month, and it has a recommended retail price of $159.99. So, from cases to the other category, which a lot of enthusiasts are very focused on at the moment, particularly with the new Sandy Bridge processors and the overclocking possibilities, and that's CPU cooling. And we're announcing today the H60 CPU cooler. So the H50 cooler, as Andy was mentioning, which we launched just over a year ago, has really redefined the CPU cooling segment. Closed-loop water cooling allows much more flexibility in where you place the radiator. There's much less weight coming through the board, and of course there's potential for increased cooling. The new H60 CPU cooler has a completely newly designed copper cold plate, which combined with a high pressure pump and a specially designed split flow architecture actually results in vastly improved cooling. We're also shipping with a redesigned lower noise fan. The total package has significant performance improvements over any other product in its price class. We developed it together with Cooling Systems in Calgary, Canada. And it's going to be available in March 2011, and that will be installed, and we're launching with a target price of $79.99. One of the key architectural reasons for the improvement in performance is in fact the cold plate. And the cold plate itself has, you're probably having a bit of trouble seeing this, maybe not too things. Here's a blow for those in the cold plate see. But it has it's manufactured from a single block of copper, which has a number of advantages, not least of which it stays very flat. And instead of the usual technology for pulling things out of the block, this cold plate uses a very new manufacturing technology that actually uses precision cutting technique to actually cut it into the block itself. So it's much thinner over the whole part of the process. And the new microchannel fin design has a very high density, there are 150 micron spaced fins, which combined with the high pressure pump allows us to really improve their performance. So let me just say something briefly about the split flow design. The H60 is, instead of using a traditional flow of the water entering the fins at one end and exiting at the other, where we have a manifold that actually injects the water right in the middle of the fin plate, actually reduces the back pressure, and with the high pressure pump actually means that we get a much better cooling performance. There's much lower thermal resistance across the water path. Net result is significant performance improvements over coolers per 1 mile. Okay, from cooling onto the case range. The Obsidian 800 was an extremely popular case when we launched it just over a year ago, and due to considerable demand from the enthusiast community, we developed a smaller version of it, a mid-tower form factor. It uses the same simple clean lines as the Obsidian 800D. It incorporates the same unique, revolutionary, builder-friendly features. The case was really designed from the inside out. It has brushed aluminium and steel construction. And as we like to say, it's a mid-tower on the outside and feels full-size inside. It allows extra spacing and extra care and attention over the cable routing and the rubber grommets will allow extra space on both sides of the onboard plates, so that there's plenty of room for oversized components as well. It will take the largest graphic cards that are on the market. And will be available from April this year. We have a manufacturer's suggested retail price of $199. So just take a look inside the case. It uses 200mm intake and a top-mounted exhaust fan. It has a generous CPU backplate put out and the same toolless drive bays that will be incorporated into the 600T architecture. Has room for up to 8 PCI expansion slots, and the lower of the two internal drive bay cables are removable as well. Well, in fact, both of them are removable and configurable for improving the airflow from the 200mm to the 10. And of course, Corsair's signature cable routing system. Take a look at the outside of the case. We have a sliding top panel which houses external SATA 6 gigabytes per second hot swap dock, so you can hot swap an SSD or a mechanical drive, in fact, in the top. Has room for a 2x120mm extra length radiator for water cooling. Can accommodate even longest graphics cards, and the base can be